Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Vashan Brown. Executive Chairman of Sandals Resorts, Adam Stewart, is touting the importance of tourism to the economy, an importance which he said was shown up by the COVID-19 pandemic. Codian Barrett reports.
A push to get more from the tourism in the local economy bearing fruit. Over the last few years, through the Linkages Council, tourism has grown more integral with the local economy, and that has been seen more with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think we've seen during this pandemic the power of tourism and linkages. So about 11% of the GDP is tourism directly. It's more like 36-37% indirectly. So when you pick up the entertainers, the craft vendors, the entertainment industry, transportation, agriculture.
As chairman of the Linkages Council, he gets a first-hand view of the integration efforts. For his own entity, Sandals Resorts, Adam Stewart said 96% of produce comes from Jamaican farmers, picked fresh each day. And as he pushes to reopen resorts shuttered by the pandemic and expand into new ones in the years ahead, he said buying more locally is on the cards.
Tourism doesn't take away from any other industry. So no matter what is happening in any other sector, any other industry, tourism is an accelerator, affecting, everything from banking to telecoms to all elements of commerce. And I can't think offhand of a more inclusive industry than tourism overall.
In fact, the tourism demand study shows that close to $400 billion worth of manufactured and agricultural goods imported could be replaced with local production. While the pandemic has impacted those figures, Mr. Stewart says it also showed that the integration between tourism and the rest of the economy is well and truly underway.
Everyone heard in the beginning of the pandemic the egg farmer who lost his marketplace, and then it was just. So typically what we think about, you sell a few eggs to the supermarkets, you sell a few eggs to the market, the markets themselves, a few to hospitality. But there are people that specialize in supporting tourism because it's such a machine. Our company on a day-to-day basis in Jamaica is using 17,000 eggs a day. These are staggering numbers.
He said Jamaica is a role model for the region when it comes to linking tourism with the rest of the economy, and efforts will be made to improve the linkages as the sector recovers from its COVID-enforced shutdown. Codian Barrett, TVJ News.
Currency trading ended today with the US dollar selling for $149.48. The Canadian dollar is selling for $118.23. The pound sterling is going for $207.37, while the euro costs $183.62. Financial stocks led a rally in the JC index today, pushing the market up 590 points, while the junior market index gained 17, mainly on the back of gains in Dermont trading. As for the best performers though, Palace Amusement led the pack, followed by Epley Caribbean Property Fund, and Epley's 8.25% and its 8.75% preference shares. Blue Power was next in line. On the losing end were Siboney Group, CAC 2000, Lasco Distributors, Mayberry Jamaican Equities, and T-Tech. And that's the Business Day. I am Vashan Brown. Have a good evening.